One morning, she woke up with a ringworm, and the next story, and the next story, and it all follows. And we're about to find out the details here. Well, Ajwa joins us on show this morning on our survivor story. Ajwa, you're welcome. You are pretty.
Thank you.
You are attractive. You are
Alluring.
beautiful.
Alluring,
Yes.
peerless.
Oh, big word.
Yes.
Take your time.
And you're fashionable. Yes, we're having a conversation on which will be the best earring. I felt honored even for her to be asking me about how she should look and everything.
Oh, wow.
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
Wow. And I
Wow.
think you look beautiful.
Thank you.
You are so welcome to Prime Morning this morning.
Thank you.
Well, anyway, before we jump into anything, here's a short video for you to watch.
Alopecia is an autoimmune disorder which leads to hair loss. It basically means your immune system is fighting your hair. Alopecia affects everyone, regardless of age and gender. There is no known cause, but then stress has been known to be associated with alopecia. Scientifically, there is no known cure for alopecia, but there are treatments that one can discuss with his or her doctor to help regrow the hair. Alopecia is not contagious. It doesn't affect one's life in any way. There might be other autoimmune related diseases, but then it doesn't really affect your life in any way. I have had it for 22 years and I have lived my life to the fullest. It hasn't deterred me in any way, and I think you shouldn't let it bother you either.
So there you have it, a short video from Ajwa explaining and talking about what happened. But we have the details because she's here with us this morning. Ajwa, welcome again. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Wow. I don't even know where to start from.
Are your braces dental?
Yes.
Like medical?
Yes.
So let's understand what happened, okay? Start from what happened.
So I woke up one morning. I used to do Afro a lot.
Afro?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So I was 8 years old. I was in class 3. So I woke up one morning and then there was this circular thingy, like, more like a ringworm sort of. So my mom beat me initially because I had a thing for cutting my hair. So she beat me thinking I had cut my hair. Then the next day she's like, it's too smooth and circular to be something I had done on my own.
Class 3, so you were about age?
8 years old.
8 years old,
Yes.
yes.
So my mom is a nurse, so she began to treat it for ringworm. And then it began to spread more like dummy mechanism. And then eventually it got to the point where when you pull my hair, I don't feel it. And it will be in your hands.
Wow.
I will wake up and it's on my pillow. I'll take a shower and it's in the bathtub.
How quick was this?
I think in like a month, I just lost everything and I got, a shiny looking head.
Wow. So one morning in class 3, you woke up. It was a small ringworm. Days came by, and then now the hair started falling out instantly. Yeah. Okay, a lot must have happened within that 30 days per se. A lot must have happened. Worry, shock, emotional instability. What did you go through?
For me, initially, I just thought it was ringworm. So my mom is a nurse. My mom always has a cure for me, so I was okay. But then when the hair began to fall out, and then you go to school, and as silly as I was, I would prank people. I open their books, remove some hair, put it in there, and just prank them with it. And then eventually, people wouldn't let me get close to them because everybody thought it was ringworm, or they would also lose their hair. So nobody wanted to come close to me. It was so bad, my own sisters didn't want to share a bed with me.
Wow.
It was that bad. But then, eventually when everything fell up and everybody realized it's not contagious and it's okay, aside the teasing and people staring at you and thinking you've gone to do perming and it went wrong somewhere, that's why I got over it real quick. I told myself, because now I'm bored, I'm smarter, because when I learn, it goes faster because there's air passing on my head all the time. So my dad even owes me, money for not going to the barbers and stuff like that. And I kind of coped with it by always laughing. And I had my support team, my twin sister. That girl was something else.
So when this happened, you're about 8, right? And surely you didn't know the impact and you didn't feel the gravity of what had happened. So that's why you're excited about it. You can even put a piece in somebody's book and all of that. So when you were about 15, I should say that life started happening.
Yeah.
How was the difference? Tell me the feeling exactly about that.
At
Or
fif-
maybe we should even go to 18 because that's when you finish
Oh
secondary
no,
school. And you
15
want
is
to be
fine. Because when I got to class 6 GHS, that was when I just hit puberty.
Right.
So I had got my boobs and I couldn't go out without a scarf or a hat. And then my hair began to grow again. It grew nice, like curly baby hair, sweet hair that I would style and it would look very nice. And then it goes off just before I get to JHS 3. That was what really hit me. That one, because having it come back and enjoying it and then having it just go like that and going back to the Sakura girl, Santo, all those names, having to go through all that again was just something I didn't think I could handle. So the first day of school, Form 3, I remember I went to school very late. I was the last person on our street to go to school, and I got to school after assembly. I got to class. Even getting to school was tough because I didn't know how people were going to react because we were going on long back. You had hair. Some were being jealous of my hair, and then you come back, and then it's gone.
Okay, I'm going to come back to you. We are going to come back to you. But viewers, we have an audio and we need you to listen attentively. This audio is from her sister. So let's listen to it and then we'll come back to you.
So my name is Adjoa Atapain Osei because I'm married now, but before I was Adjoa Atapain Obeng. Kakra, Adjoa Obeng, which was Kakra Obeng, is my twin sister. Um, um, with her condition of alopecia, we found out she had alopecia when we were really young. It started as a ringworm, like we thought it was ringworm, and for some reason I started having the same from the front of my hair, of my head, and she hers was started from the back, and we were able to get medicine to like try to cure it, but for some reason mine came back. Hers did come back, but it went all like everything fell off like um before it could like be cured. It did come back, but mine, the minute I started using the medicine, it just stopped falling off. So we never really had any problem with mine. But I remember growing up, we weren't allowed to perm our hair, we weren't allowed to braid our hair for any reason, only because we didn't want her to feel any less of a person or less of a girl. But we to me, I felt like it wasn't like it, it was difficult for her, all right, but due to how she took everything, it wasn't something that we could like like talk about. Like we knew that was what she had. We never we decided never to talk about it unless she brings it up. We never told people about her hair until somebody, even if somebody asked, we would just say you might want to go ask her. It was her personal issue. It wasn't easy growing up with her because we had to like respect that she didn't have that until she really has a very strong personality than any of us did or do. And if it had happened to any of us, I don't know how we would have taken it because she took it really well. Probably at the time she went to high school, and then she accepted it. And one of the things that I would never forget is when she told my parents that I'm accepting this if it has to be one person in my generation to have to deal with this. If one person in my generation has to deal with this, then I'm taking it upon myself, and I hope that it's gonna be just me and nobody else again. And I was like, wow, that is really like somebody who cares about us and cares about our generation. Um, I remember when we were growing up too. If you dare laugh at her for any reason, wherever you are, I'll beat you up. I don't care. Either I'll beat you up, or I'll go and report you to my teacher, or I'll go and report you to your mom, or I'll find a way to discipline you. So I was always there for her because it wasn't easy for us growing up too. Like even though she was going through this like an issue, like it was affecting us in a way. We couldn't do what we wanted to do to our hair because of her. And like you couldn't style your hair in any way. It had to be cut down and close to like Sakura if you can, just so we all look the same. I remember people would ask, why is the sister when we were in the States, but I remember the white people would ask, why has the sister shaved her eyebrows and she draws it? And I'm like, it's fashion. That's that's how she wants to be. Just as the same way you decide to shape yours and not take everything off, she decides to take everything off and then draws it by herself. And it was very difficult explaining things to people and not having to offend her in any way until she decides to like open up to the people. Some of the things that I like personally did was to defend her in any way possible, because my sister, I always said she I think for the longest time she thought she wasn't pretty because she didn't have hair, and there was no way you could talk about somebody looking good. So I always used to say that, hey, with you, when boys are coming, when they look at your back, you get them. When they look at the front, I get them. We all have our qualities, and I think that was one of the things that got her going, because she has the body, I don't. So when we were growing up, it was like you get a boyfriend from the face, she gets a boyfriend from the back. Like that was how it was. Um, we always used to tell her that she was pretty, no matter what she thought. And I remember one of the first questions I would always ask her when I found out she had a boyfriend was, "Does he know that you don't have hair?" And she would say no. And I'm like, when are you gonna let him know? Because it's better for you to let the person know before the person gets really into you, and then he would have to let it go. And she was like,
You have a very strong sister. We just had an audio from her sister sharing her side of the experience and what happened as well. But that brings about a lot of questions that, first off, I must say that you're a very strong woman, an absolutely strong woman. And I did mention that women have special hearts, different hearts, yes, because with everything that you've gone through, to be here with us today and still smiling in the face of all the critiques out there, I think it's just this is unimaginable.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'll need you to calm down. I'll need you to calm down. Um, when were you diagnosed with this disorder during that period? And when you were diagnosed, what happened to you? What happened to your family as well, your mom and everybody else in the picture?
I think I was diagnosed at the age of 9 because initially they didn't really know exactly what it was. They were trying a whole lot of tests to see what it was.
Yes.
Then eventually the dermatologist said alopecia. And then my dad is a computer freak, so he goes online, Googles it, does a whole lot of research, and then finds my first treatment. And then we now have to buy it from South Africa. They don't ship to Ghana, so you have to find somewhere in the States, ship it down. And when it came down, it was a pretty...
That was a treatment?
Yes, the
which was
treatment.
supposed to control it, or not to cure or control?
Yeah, control and prevent it in a way. So it came, and just as it came, that was when they noticed Pain also had begun losing her hair. So it was like just in time for her to start her treatment.
So she's your twin sister?
My twin sister, yes.
Okay.
A very controlling one. And then so for my family, I think my mom being a nurse, she kind of kept all of us in check. Because she, aside that everybody saying it was spiritual and pray about it and all that, my mom made sure we didn't go crazy with it. She always made sure, God first, yes, take your medication, do this. My dad would do his research, bring it in, and my mom would make sure I took the drugs and did everything. So for my family, my mom was always strong. She's one of the strongest women I know. She kept us together. With regards to my family, they didn't make me feel any special. Honestly, at home, I don't have alopecia. I'm just kakra. If I do anything wrong, they will beat me like they beat any child. I'll do everything like any other sister, and at times even extra because I'm the last one, so I'll do everything. But I didn't feel special or sick or anyway at home. It was just me. It was only in senior high when I began to use it to my advantage.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, that was when I began to enjoy it then. Because when they call 4-man girls to maybe read or something, like, it's too sunny, I can't read my head. I'm like, there's nothing wrong with my head. But then at that point, my head, then I'll just go and hide somewhere and then just use that to my advantage. But I would say it's been good.
What has the, sorry, Emefa.
Okay, so
Go ahead,
thank
yeah.
you for the handkerchief, Dave.
Yeah.
If you're a woman or if you're a young girl especially, you would understand
Importance of
the
hair.
importance of your hair. When you go to the salon and they comb it and you see a strand, you go like, oh my God, are you cutting my hair, please?
breaking off,
please,
yeah.
yes. And even the Bible makes us understand that your glory is your hair. You just, you know what? Aside all the wake ups and everything that we do, women do not joke with their hair. I want to ask, are you telling me that typical alopecia patients, they don't have hair? So you don't have hair anywhere at all? I can't find a single hair on your body.
For those with universalis, yes.
Yes.
But then for me, what I noticed the red was when you have universalis, you go back and forth between totalis and universalis.
Okay.
So for me, totalis is where you lose the hair on your head, so you have all the other hairs.
Okay.
But me, I had the universal. I lost everything. So I've never shaved in my life before.
Wow.
Never had the whole issue of, hands up. I was like,
Trim your brow and all of that.
no. I just draw them every morning and pick which look I want to have. But if I want to go like this or like this, I just pick.
Wow.
But then, so for now, I think in excess, just as I'm about to finish, I got a bit of my hair, like just little sprouts coming up that you only see when the sun is. It's like it's hoople.
Okay.
But then at least now I have lashes.
Yeah, as well.
Yes. So I have lashes. Yes.
She asked a very important question about, how women value their hair. How did it also make you feel, knowing that one of the biggest things women cherish is their hair? How did that make you feel, knowing that you didn't have it?
I felt incomplete.
Incomplete.
Yes.
Great word.
I felt incomplete. I felt I wasn't. So I just told myself I'm not the average kind of girl. I'm not your average kind of girl. I use that phrase a lot just to tell myself I'm that special. I don't have to be like everybody else. I'm not like everybody else. I don't have to do everything like everybody else.
Yeah.
So I felt different in a way. Initially in a bad way, but then growing up, I realized it was good. Because now I can wear wigs just like anybody else.
Yeah.
I began wearing wigs at a very tender age.
Did you wear wigs?
Yes! I used to have a lot of wigs. My mom wouldn't waste time in buying me a wig. I was like, oh, I like that. Then she would just buy it. Or my big sister would just get hair. She's good with hair. I mean, the one before us. She would just get hair, fix it for me, like, come and try this hair. And I'll wear it, like, okay, good, you can have it.
Yeah.
So for wigs, I've had fun with wigs, a lot of wigs.
Yeah, I believe that every woman would want to take the total decision of what to do with their hair. You wake up in the morning and you want to cut your hair. It's your decision. It shouldn't be that you wake up to not seeing your hair. It's a great shock, and maybe because she's never owned hair, like really experienced hair, she may not compare the two. She may not know how to compare the experience, but at least she's seeing girls, women, young ladies wear hair. And
Yeah.
do you ever wish that you sleep and wake up one morning and see hair?
Of course. Hey, damn it, by
Another very interesting part in all this, and I just want to take it, step by step. So I'll be coming to relationships because your sister did mention it, but let's talk about school and senior secondary school, and moving forward. Like, how did you survive within that time and that era? What was keeping you going? Because I can imagine the number of people and the things they would say about you. What kept you going?
I would say my personality. And imagine someone asking me for an Afro comb in senior high. And I'll tell you, it's in my locker after school, I'll bring it.
You were
It
tough
was
with
just,
your
yeah.
responses.
And in senior high, my first day of school, the headmistress asked me if I wanted to wear it because I was like, nah.
They don't know what was wrong with you.
Yeah, they knew. I mean, I told them. So the first day of school was, people were like, this girl's, why she got on? Like, people are just got. So after prep, and then they asked me, I was like, oh, this is the condition. First of all, I tried to let people know it's not contagious. That's the first thing I feel people should know. Then they get comfortable having you around them. And after that, it's like, because of how I was loud. I won't let you intimidate me in any way. If you say A, I'll say B, C, D, and end it. I won't let you look at me and based on my appearance, you will say something. No.
So do you think this changed your attitude? The
Exactly,
way
yes.
you became more fiery and
Yes.
forceful?
Yes. Because even now, if someone like you were to tell me, hey, Obula, call it Chingalinge, back on the spot. I remember one time in uni, one guy was like, hey, why? I was like, hey, what's what for? When did you now? Like, don't your parents love you at home? Hey, what is this? And that was, how I just went through every day. And at times, I just look at you and felt like, nah, you don't deserve my anger. And I just walk off. So that was basically
Did you go
it.
to a single-sex school or a mixed school?
A single-sex school.
Okay.
So
Did you have friends?
I
How
have.
many friends did you have in school?
So let me put it this way. Get to the school gate and ask for Kakrobing. My dad only has to enter the school and they will announce my name that my dad is in. I was that popular. I wasn't quiet. I'm not a quiet person. If you know me, you know that Adra is not a quiet person. Like, I'm all over the place. Entertainment, I'm jumping here, I'm diving there, I'm wearing teachers here. Like, I wasn't a quiet person. It didn't really affect me. If you knew me, you didn't look at me and see alopecia. You see loud, crazy, annoying girl.
Wow.
that's one side. Let's hear. We've got her friends also speaking to us. Let's hear what they had to say about Ajua.
Hello, I'm Thelma. My first reaction after Aja told me about her alopecia condition was that of shock. I was in shock for close to 2 minutes. I couldn't say anything. I think I almost cried. And I really couldn't believe it. And she told me, yeah, that's her. That's what she's been living with all this while. And then from there, my approach to life sort of changed because I realized you don't let circumstances define you, or you don't let the things that you go through in your closet, affect your way of life. I realized her approach to life was different. Ajua is so energetic. She has this energy around her. She's so full of life. For somebody who should be always crying or who should look sad, she's always giving off energy and encouraging other people. And so Ajua encouraged me a lot. And I think she's always had a way of just living life to the fullest. And I think this is something, if there is something that will take away from this whole alopecia campaign, it should be that you don't let your circumstances define you in any way. Hello, I'm Abigail Taylor, Aja's friend. I've known her for 10 years. We were roommates, program mates, friends, more like sisters at the University of Cape Coast. The very first time she told me about her condition, I was surprised and I cried on that day. Not because I felt pity for her, but because I felt her pain. Such a young, beautiful lady to go through such stress in this wicked world. It wasn't easy. Kaka is such an amazing person. She's so full of life. She never allows the condition to suppress her self-confidence. She's very brave. My friend truly inspires me. And it's great that she has come out now to create awareness about alopecia. Others I would tell her now is that we are all supporting her. We love her so much. And I pray that Jehovah sustains her and gives her all the strength that she needs.